Japanese Tape Echo Part 3. This time one of my personal favorites, the Evans series. Oh my God. Let's get into it.
Nova, you were taking me over, but when I came closer, you hit me with a dead short.
Like all my machines, I go through them, disassemble them, clean the pots, lubricate any bearings, clean the pinch rollers, clean the tape heads, etc., and treat the Tolex. So, without further ado, here's a quick demo of this thing in action.
You found me at a point in time where I didn't expect you at all, but just when I realized you were mine, you were already starting to fall. Now you won't answer my call, and then your sudden retreat got me leaping to my feet. Now that the magic is dead, there's only echoes in my head. Over, you were taking me over, but when I came closer, you hit me with a dead short.
Let's start with the Evans Super Echo EE3. Now this has been in my collection for quite a while. I think maybe the third or fourth tape echo I ever bought. And fan favorite, my buddies come over, they love playing with this one. Although it's been sitting for quite a while, I just dug it out to make this video. And I noticed that the motor's a little noisy, so I think we need a little bit of grease on the motor shaft. But anyway, beautiful little machines. They're so simple and fun to play with. And let's turn the mic on.
We've got a volume.
We've got instrument inputs here, and an effects send and return if you want to run it into the PA direct and allow you to put it on all the channels.
But here's our volume control, and then our level of repeats. Check, 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 check. And the volume control for the echo. So if you want, not much echo, or you want a lot of echo. And the mode controller
Is one of the coolest things about these. So let's get a reasonable amount of echo repeat here.
check, 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 check.
It's just my favorite choice of speed control. So it's a continual speed on the tape. Unlike Roland, these don't change. But you change the amount of repeat speed by just adjusting this head. And I'll show you how this works in just a second. But one more time.
Check, 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 check. It's just an awesome idea, and one of my favorites. So let's open up the top, and I'll show you what's going on with that mode controller.
All right, let's pull the top on this, and we'll take a look at that tape path and how that mode controller operates. To do that, there's little pieces of Velcro here on this one, and it's a solid, wood cover on it. Tolex on the inside and out. I like that about them. Really well-built machines. Ooh, this thing's a little dirty. I've had this in the collection for quite a while. Maybe I should have cleaned it before I made the video, but you're getting the real look at it, folks. So, simple tape path. Easy to change tapes, and the really interesting thing is this mode controller. So what it is just a head, tape head, that you're sliding farther or closer to the playback head. So such a simple idea, but really provides awesome echoes. There's a little area back here for your cord. That notch allows you to get the cord out and put the cover back on it. You definitely want the cover on with these because they are kind of noisy, although this one is noisier than it should be. I got to get in there and lubricate that motor. But that's that. That's the EE3. And nice handles, gold, accents on it. Great machines. All right, let's keep moving. Here's the Evans Super Echo EE6. And I've had this one for quite a while. I just can't bring myself to part with it. I may at some point, but they just don't come around very often. They're super cool machines. There's so much control in such a little package. That's what I like about them. Now, there's no competition to a Space Echo or anything like that. But if you want to just have a cool looking, fun little tape echo around, this is definitely it. So, real simple controls. We've got our mic volume here, and all these things, if they sit around, the pots, get crackly on them until you get using them. It's just normal. So I haven't used this in probably 6 months, sadly. But here's our mic volume, and then we've got our echo volume here, so you can, again, preamp it, or you can just add volume to it. Got tone controls here, and the amount of repeats, check. Again, that pot's a little scratchy, check. Check, 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 check. And this is the beauty of these, and it's so awesome. I mean, so much fun to play with. So let's take a look inside of this beast, and we'll show you the tape path. The clear top Evans like this have two big, nice knurled thumb screws on the back of this extremely thick piece of plexi, and then that just pulls out of this channel here. But that really keeps the sound down. They're pretty thick pieces there. And then inside we've got a pretty simple tape path with these, but easy to change. You just pull the tension off that roller when you want to change your tape. And again, that sliding head is where it's at. I mean, it's just such a cool thing. Evans gives you a nice simple instruction sticker to explain how to change your head. Big thing with these, keep those rollers lubricated. All moving parts here, make sure they stay lubricated so that they everything moves freely. Nothing on the back on these. It's just one, that output on the front, and that's it. There's a fuse back there. You do have that. Otherwise, that's about it for these. Real simple, fun to use. Okay, that brings us to the Evans VE80 or Vocal Echo 80. And this is a really awesome machine. So right now I'm just talking into the microphone. We've got our volume controls here, as well as an overall volume control here. And then you can adjust the amount of echo by turning this up. Check, 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 check. And the beauty of this is, if you want to go just wet only, you turn the regular volume all the way down, or any amount in between those two. So it's a quick, easy way to get, to wet only. And then we've got three choices here: swell, repeat, and then obviously we've got a lot of control. This one's been sitting a while, so those pots will clean up. But we've got a lot of control with our repeats and our echo volume here, and our echo tone. And then we've got just echo, which doesn't repeat, but gives you a single echo. And then the real beauty of these machines, and you've seen it with the other ones now, but this still has that mode controller. Check, 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 check. And I just love this because it allows for such quick transitions between your sounds, so it's huge. This pot clearly needs to be cleaned up a little bit more. Check, 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 check. Awesome. All right, I'm going to pull the cover and look inside of this one. I'll just listen. They're real thick covers, and that helps to mask the sound, because you do hear some motor noise, with the cover off. Now, there's no way to adjust the speed control on this particular model. You do it by sliding that mode controller. So this is a constant speed tape, unlike the Rolands where you adjust the motor speed in order to change the speed of the echo. Evans really crams a lot of tape in there, which prolongs the life of the tape, and so it's definitely a positive. I love their pinch rollers, that orange pinch roller. I've never seen one of those with a divot in it, so whatever that material is, they're really wonderful pinch rollers. This is original. It's a copy of an original Evans cleaning kit, and it's unique that Roland has little foam pads that they provide for you to stick on like a Q-tip and clean your heads with, but Evans recommends using these little pieces of cotton across your head with some head cleaning solution on them. So again, we'll take a look at that mode controller. We think we're getting the hang of that, but you know, it's just such a simple design. I just love how effective it is for how simple it is. Now the VE80 has its own separate amp, so this is a big amplifier over here, and it's a PA and an echo machine in one. So it only has 2 speaker outs for your left and right speaker. There is no line out on the VE80, which you know, is a drawback to some extent, but you can plug it into a cabinet or you can plug it into a pair of speakers, and it sounds just awesome.
That brings us to the Nova 400, which is an absolute amazing machine and so unique in a lot of ways. And one of those is these split pots that it has. So this is our volume controller right here, and this is our echo control, and then our bass and treble controls are also on these split pots. So bass is in the back, turn that, and treble is in the front. And you've got attenuated mic controls for them. You can choose your level of background music, which is really interesting. You can put something in the rear, and you can fade out of your music and into whatever you've got in the background. And then we've got a lot of echo choices here as well. So let's turn the echo on. Right now it's on, but you just select whichever head you want. So the farther we get away, 1, 2, 3, 3 is our longest echo. Check, 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 check. And here's 2, 2, and 1. 1 is a real reverby slapback type echo. Now you can adjust these in any order that you want, and be careful with how much repeats you've got going. But adjust those in any order that you want, and your amount of repeats. Check, 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 check. This is a crazy little 3-beat. The sounds are just almost limitless with this. Now this is your speed of the echo, so you can adjust how much of that you want. And again, they're just absolutely amazing machines. If you go all the way over here, this is getting pretty fast, obviously. Check, check, and you go all the way over, and you're in auto. So now it's just an auto echo sound. Super cool machines. The tape path is unique, and the rollers are beautiful, milled aluminum rollers. One thing I've noticed with these machines is if you don't get repeats, the pots, these pots, in this pot in particular, are finicky. So it took me a while to figure this out, but I was about ready to give up on one of these machines I had. I couldn't get echo to work on. I thought, well, I'm going to start changing capacitors, I guess. And in frustration, I just kind of turned this thing with a lot of force, and all of a sudden I got repeats. And then I've noticed this with a few different Evans, that if you kind of push and pull on your pots, this is after cleaning them, of course, but we're just not making some good connection in there. So check your pots on these if you're having any issues with them, because it does seem to be a weak point. But awesome machines. So let's just take a look at this thing, its tape path, and this thing in action here. Now, unfortunately, this one has sat in one spot for a while, and you can hear a little bit of a divot on that roller. Now, they tend to get better if they're used a lot, but you really want to avoid letting that happen to your machine. So if you park your machine for an extended period of time, it's always a good idea to figure out a way to hold that out, or to put a little piece of foam in between there so that you're not letting this roller rest against the capstan for a long period of time. So let's take a look at the back. There's so many options as far as in the rear here, and I'll send some pictures, or show some pictures of it also, but you can see all the inputs. It's a little bit messy. I'm not going to unwind it. So anyway, I'll post a couple pictures of it in addition. Awesome machines. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to find much information about the Evans series of tape echoes.
And I've never found any brochures, original brochures or repair manuals or anything, but I have found these couple items. We've got the original Evans tape here. So that's what the box looks like for original Evans replacement tape. And then you saw the cleaning kit, which has its own unique style. So that's about all I've been able to uncover with these. They did make stuff into the 80s. I do have an Evans Echo Pet is the next line of analog echo, and so you can check those out too. I've got one on reverb at the moment. Okay, that does it for the Evans lineup. I'm going to leave you with some pictures of a few Evans that I've sold in the past, and one that I lifted off the internet, an SE880 I believe it is. I've never had one of those. It looks like a beast, so I hope I find one. Next up, it's going to be the Elk series. Super cool. A lot of variations here, and you can kind of track their evolution. So come back for that. I'll have it done in the next week or so. Check out Eric at Guitarsenal for some wonderful demos of the Nova 400 and the smaller EE. And check out the Planetoids Nova song. And keep rocking vintage gear, and we'll see you soon. Thanks.
I know we had a bad start, but then it kept getting better. Once the motor started spinning, we were like birds of a feather together. Oh, and then your sudden retreat got me leaping to my feet. Now that the magic is dead, only echoes in my head. I turned you up all the way to hear what you had to say. No longer state of the art. I should have known from the start. Nova, you were taking me over, but when I came closer, you hit me with a dead shot.
Okay, here we go. We'll run through it real quick for you. This is echo off, so at this point we have no echo and the tape is not running here, but you can still adjust the amount of volume and the amount of bass and treble. The Evans 400 Nova.